I don't know why there's a waiter penguin on my shoulder, but we're going to talk about split stays because somebody requested it and we've done it twice. So, what is a split stay? So a split stay is when you stay... Is he really still behind me?
A split stay is when a cat
Okay, a split stay... Child? The cat is going to attack the camera. Okay, we're going with this. This is how this goes.
Amateurs do 2 takes.
So, what is a split stay? Seriously. You didn't think I'd notice it. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. What is a split stay? A split stay is when you stay at more
than one
resort
during your Disney vacation.
Okay.
So if you're going there for 5 days and you decide, hey, I don't like resort A 5 days worth, you can technically split your stay and go to another resort. And I think according to Disney, you can actually do it for every day if you'd like to. So you can have the whole magical experience and go to every resort. Like you could like 1 per day if you wanted to.
Okay, I kid you not. I have seen on the DVC boards, some people will book Christmas week at the last minute and they will stay at 7 different hotels over 7 different nights just so that they can stay over that week because they decided to wait to the last minute.
Those people are crazy.
Well, I hope none of them are watching
So,
this.
why is it that people do this?
Well,
why do they subject themselves to this type of thing?
That's one reason, procrastination.
Okay.
I'll talk about in our case, there's several different reasons why you want to do it. It's a great way to experience different Disney resorts. One reason why we joined DVC was because we wanted the opportunity to stay at the different resorts, especially with our military discount. Disney trained us to get used to their deluxe resorts, which some are a bit out of our price range well, not a bit, a lot out of our price range if we didn't have the military discount. So doing DVC, or the kid's dancing again and messing me up. Anyway, so split stays are a great way. You could stay at one resort you like, and then move on to another resort maybe for a few days and see if you like it and might want to stay there in the future. So that's one reason to do split stays and why we've done it. The big reason why we've done split stays is to save some money on our vacation. I've talked about in a previous video that we just kind of have bad luck when it comes to Disney vacations, and one of our senior kiddies always decides to get sick and need an expensive medical procedure. So our last split stay was actually in 2017 when we bought into DVC. We were going to stay at the Polynesian for the first time, had even splurged in our budget for the theme park view on our military discount, but it's still pretty pricey on the military discount. And our cat needed an endoscopy, which here in Northern Virginia, I don't want to tell you how much it costs.
How much was it?
It was $1,900.
Oh, that's why we went to the Animal Kingdom.
Yes, that is why we went to the Animal Kingdom. So,
I just thought you guys liked the animals.
Anyway, so for him to have that procedure, I needed to change our travel plans and pull from our travel budget to pay for his medical needs. And Disney, I've had to do this quite a bit. Disney's always been great. The cast members are always very, very sweet when I tell them the reason why, and they help me look at different dates and different resorts and try to see what we can do to get our vacation budget down. And anyway, so that second split stay we did between Animal Kingdom, we changed over from Poly to Animal Kingdom. We love Animal Kingdom, and it is one of the more affordable deluxe resorts. And then we did a few days at the beach club so that the boys could go swimming in Stormalong Bay. We'll talk about that a little later in the video. But we had never stayed at beach club before, so a few days there gave us, enough to know whether or not we might want to stay there again. So that was kind of the reasons to do a split stay. Get our stay a bit cheaper, but also try a new resort. Now, do we want to talk about our actual experience with split stays?
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how it's supposed to work, and I am going to leave an article to WDW Prep School in the description, the link, sorry. Once again, the kid's still distracting me. a link to that article in the description so you can go read in full. It's very detailed and answers a lot of questions about how a split stay is supposed to work. We have yet to have a split stay work correctly for us. But anyway, how it's supposed to work is when you are checking out of your first hotel, you drop your luggage off at the bell services of that hotel.
And tip them.
And tip them, okay. Make sure you tip them. Anybody who handles your bag, you need to tip. And then you go on about your magical day, whether that's at a theme park or somewhere else. You don't have to worry about the transfer of your luggage. It is supposed to be waiting for you in your room when you arrive in your next hotel room. So how has that worked for us?
There has never been luggage in the room when we return. It's always like a frightening moment of you opening the door and finding out that you have nothing.
Beach Club, I think we finally tracked down our luggage at about
This
midnight.
isn't anyone's fault. Our last name has a space in it. And depending upon whether or not you choose to acknowledge this space or not, we're two different people in every computer system.
It's also supposed to have a little d, and that computers like to capitalize us, or human beings.
Yeah, so when we go on trips, what ends up happening is that one resort will put in the space, or one resort won't put in the space in our last name. So then something gets mixed up inevitably, and then they can't find our luggage. So this has happened both times?
Both times, yeah.
So-
I think we got it sooner at All-Star when we did it the first time around, but Beach Club, I can't remember. I think we came back for the afternoon, and we're like, okay, it just hasn't had time to get here yet, but we had the issue. And so if you're going to do a split stay with young kids, make sure in your backpack for the park that you have extra clothing for them and anything else you might need. In the chaos of trying to pack early in the morning, get down to bell services and get to a breakfast reservation, I didn't think to put extra clothes in the bag for Little Man. We took him to, it was the Pirates League that morning. And
I don't remember any of this.
You don't remember any of this? He did, luckily on his second time, this was his second time at the league, he did not get the full Ghost Pirate makeup because that was a nightmare. But he had enough makeup on him that when he started to sweat outside in the heat and humidity, he wiped it just all over himself, and he even managed to get it on his shorts. Don't ask me how he pulled that off. But so we got back to our room at Beach Club, didn't have luggage, we needed to get the kid cleaned up, already had to wash what makeup was left on his face off of him, and it was on his arms too, and we didn't have any clothes for him. So I raced down to the Beach Club gift shop, even went over to the Yacht Club gift shop trying to find the cheapest pair of clothes I could. He got, and I mean, he's at least worn this shirt a lot, $25. Another $25 for shorts that were even too big for him. I think they just fit him now. They do have a little Mickey on the butt, but $50 I had to spend because we didn't get our luggage, and because I just, frazzled Mom, didn't think to pack extra clothes for him in the backpack, and so it cost us a little extra money that otherwise I would not have spent. So
It's the price of magic.
The price of magic.
And then we wanted to go down to the actual, what was the name of the pool?
Oh, Stormalong Bay.
Yeah, so there was a storm on the day, and there was lightning, so they closed that down. So the whole reason we went there.
Yeah, so we only
kinda
did
pointless.
we did the bulk of our stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge because we know we like that resort, and then we did a couple nights at the Beach Club, and we booked the Beach Club because Little Man liked the sound of Stormalong Bay. It was highly recommended by the cast member
Oh, it
that
looks
I booked
pretty.
with. Oh yeah, no, definitely looks great, and if
Definitely looks good from afar.
if you've gotten to use the pool, then then you know. But each time they tried to go down to the pool the few days we were there and use it, and because I was taking advantage of that time to get ironing done and just rest, so I wasn't looking to go use it. But they went down a couple times, and each time they were told they couldn't go swimming because storm was coming in. So yeah, so the whole reason why we stayed there ended up being a bust. I mean, it was still a nice day. It's a pretty resort. Also, you should know about Beach Club is that the hallways are a labyrinth, And not only did we get lost, but we came across other people getting lost trying to find their room. One father even swore. I don't think Lil Man knows.
Was it me?
No, it was not you. Okay. It was somebody else's dad.
Shame.
With his group of children. And but when you are tired from at the end of the day, you know, especially if you are trying to find your room at midnight, or, you know, after you've been in the parks and you're exhausted, the last thing you want to do is be trying to find your room in this maze. So that was one thing we learned from that split stay.
Tell them about the dining credits.
The dining credits. Okay, so how the dining plan is supposed to work, and once again, you can go read about it more thoroughly in the post I've linked to in the description, is your first resort credits. Those are good till midnight the day you check out your resort. So you either let those expire at midnight like Cinderella and her pumpkin, or you use them in the day, and then once either you've used all your credits or they've expired, then your next set of credits from your second reservation, kicks in. That's how it's supposed to work. How did it work for us?
Again, our last name cursed us. We were what was it? We went to Epcot. We used the dining plan. They didn't know we were. They didn't give us our credits at that point. So then we ended up charging it to our credit card, and then they had to go fix it at like 11 at night. We had to go.
Yes.
We figured that out.
So what happened is we were in Animal Kingdom. I was fine with eating there. The boys decided they did not want to eat in Animal Kingdom, so very late at night. So it was kind of a little bit on us. We went over to Epcot and we ate at one of the restaurants at World Showcase just before it was closing. That's how late we were eating. Never again. We won't be that picky. So we were eating dinner. So it wasn't until after the place was closed that he noticed that they charged our credit card instead of the dining plan. So luckily Beach Club was great. We got it. It took about 20 minutes to get it all worked out. And that's where we found out that our last name was in the system differently from what Animal Kingdom had us in. So, you know, that was the issue for us. So maybe nobody else will have that issue unless they have a name like ours. But they worked it out. They were able to credit back our credit card and take it off of our dining plan. But once again, very late at night, we still had to locate our luggage. So it was just, for us, split stays are a bit rough. And you never want to do a split stay again.
Yes. No. Split stays they're fine if you want to go and see different resorts. And I think if you're only going to some people only get to go to Disney World, you know, once or twice in their entire lifetime. So I completely understand why people do it. We have been very, very blessed to have the opportunity to go multiple times. And for me, going on vacation and then packing up all our stuff, because, you know, we're a regular family. When we pack, it is not all happiness in the world.
We talked about that in the last video.
There's a little bit of stress moving between room to room. So, you know, making sure the little man packed everything, making sure we didn't forget anything. It's just another thing that you're adding to your vacation. And by day 3 or 4, you're tired. You know, and it's work going to Disney World to make him happy. What are you doing? Oh,
I'm wiggling.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, so I wouldn't do it again if I could possibly avoid it. But you know, I get why people do it.
I think it's no longer something we would jump up and down to do. I think if it was the only way we could go when we wanted to and stay the dates we wanted to, then we would do a split stay. But I think after our 2 not so fabulous experiences, we would prefer just to stay at one resort. And
it's hard enough for us to get to the resort. Okay, we don't have to like keep doing it over and over and, you know, increasing the opportunities for failure.
Because we're good at that. So you know, we don't want to say don't do a split stay. Once again, it's a great way to, you know, possibly save some money and stay at least at the resort you want to that maybe costs a little bit too much for your budget. But it also is a great opportunity if you just want to try as many Disney resorts as you want to. So we don't want to discourage you from doing it. I've seen
just
people...
don't do one every day. That's crazy. Don't be crazy.
That one's crazy. Don't book during the busy seasons at the last minute. But
don't ever do one resort a night.
But anyway, so, I'd say, go ahead if you haven't done it. Try it at least once and see how you like it and see how it works for you. Hopefully you don't have our curse.
At the very least, you'll have a good story.
That's true. That's true. We do have stories from it. Hey, as a kid, how do you feel about split stays?
I don't very much like them.
Okay.
Hopefully that wasn't our
Why?
influence.
Why? It's just annoying because you'd be like, you stay at one place that you really like, and then you take 2 days at a place where you might have never gone before and might really like as well, but you only spend like 2 days.
Oh, okay. I was afraid you were saying like I ripped you away from the animals at Animal Kingdom and that you were upset with me about that. Okay, now
I'm so glad the camera's not pointed at him.
Yeah, we just got a face.
Yeah.
But anyway, so once again, we don't discourage you from trying it. Maybe try it at least once and see how you like it. You may enjoy it, or if you are those people who stay for 10 days or longer, then it might be worth your time to take 5 days at one, 5 days at
You may
another.
not be able to get 10 consecutive days at a resort. So.
Yeah, so, if you've got a longer vacation where you have even like more resort days where you're actually working in time to relax and aren't so rushed like we usually are, then, I think that's another way to try it. But if you are having like a 3-night stay, I would try to get one resort and just enjoy that one resort.
You also get an extra set of magic bands?
Oh, that's true. Yes, you can, if you want, you can get a second set of magic bands. The boys then made me paint 2 sets of magic bands.
It's the rules.
It's the rules. So, but it is entirely up to you if you want both sets of magic bands. You may just want the one set. On our first split stay, we did have problems. Not both sets worked, even though I had called tech support. We tried to get it worked out. I think 2 of the 3 of us had one band that worked, and one of us had both bands working. But it was interesting to not be able to get into our room with the bands. The second time, and the first time was with the original magic bands. The second time was with the 2.0 version. We didn't have any problems. They all work, and we've actually used
How do
those.
you remember? I don't remember any of this.
Because I'm the one that handles it.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
so the second set we're actually still using on vacations, and we're not having any problems. So that first split stay, it may have just been that Disney was still working on the system and just still had some kinks. But all right, if you have any questions or comments, if you want to share your experience with split stays, especially if you had a positive experience, share that in the comments. And what?
It's below.
Oh, below.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how they do it on the internet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, go check below.
Remember
Oh.
to like.
Okay, apparently we're done. Go, do it.
Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Bye.
Stop yelling.
Indoor boy.